Hello, everybody. It is August 11th, and it is the full moon in Aquarius today in the sun sign Leo. And I just wanted to hop on here and possibly do a quick reading and just talk a little bit about what I've been experiencing since Lion Gate, which we're still in. The peak of Lion Gate, they say, is 8/8. Um, I definitely feel that, and I don't know if other people are feeling this, that there's been a lot of blockages going on, just blockages in like what we are trying to accomplish, our goals, and from what I'm gathering, like it's time to just like let all that go. If you have some sort of kind of plan or you're just so stuck in something, the best thing to do right now is to just stop doing it. So if something is just not working for you, it's time to just stop doing that, whatever it is. And Aquarius is all about, we hear a lot about like the age of Aquarius. It's kind of like this new age that's coming in, and it's all about new ideas, kind of thinking outside the box, and maybe just thinking about like a new approach to things. And then this full moon is also another super full moon, which is also kind of rare. So that means that it's the closest to Earth's orbit. So once again, we have another big full moon that's going to have a really big effect on us and probably is for you already right now. So tonight is a good night to charge up your crystals, put them outside, put them in grids. I'm feeling like, I don't know if you guys have selenite. I use selenite a lot. That's definitely a good one to have tonight. It's definitely advisable to put some crystals outside. Well, I feel like the buck moon was a different kind of energy. This energy has been a little bit different this year for Lionsgate, especially for me. Last year I felt a lot of creativity. I felt a lot of energy to accomplish things. And this year I've been very contemplative about the future, a little hesitant about what's to come. And just from like channeling and talking to my guides, the biggest thing I get is, especially for me, is just like not listening to my intuition. So if you are feeling like, I'm hearing things and I don't really know what I'm hearing, it's like, it's really best to, kind of close your eyes. If you're into meditating, I kind of go back and forth on meditation. I try. Sometimes I tend to get a little bit bored with it, but even just a little bit of meditation and just a little bit of just, centering yourself and focusing in on being silent can help you kind of direct whatever decision it is that you need to make. Um, so that was just something that has been coming up for me a lot is just, not doing some of these things that I thought I was supposed to be doing, which has led me down roads that were not really aligned with my path. So I know that I've talked to some friends who have also kind of been struggling, and this has kind of been a different full moon, a different Lion's Gate, a different kind of energy going on here. Not to say that Lion's Gate is the end all be all for, portals and activation, because really we're all magical beings and we can, work with energy and, our intuition, our psychic abilities, and we can access these things at any time. But it was, there was definitely a surge of energy at that point, and it's kind of carrying over into this full moon. Um, so yeah, that was just a little bit about that. Nothing too interesting going on there. I haven't had any real crazy dreams. I have noticed though before I go to bed and I'm kind of in that in between state, that's a good time to activate that astral travel side of yourself. So if you're interested in kind of connecting with the astral realm, um, that's the best time to do it because we're kind of almost in a hypnotic state. So when you're in hypnosis, you go into a trance-like state, and that's why when people go into a deep hypnosis like QHHT, where it's a quantum hypnosis, they don't really remember things because you're kind of like in a dream-like state. So before you go to sleep, if you want to connect with that spirit realm and that higher consciousness, that's kind of one of the best times to do it, or in the morning when you're waking up, um, to really connect very easily versus like during the day. I find can be a little bit more challenging when the sun is up. I find that it's easier to connect with psychic things, especially after the sun goes down, and really, um, they say like the witching hours are between like midnight and 3. I would say, 3 a.m. is definitely a peak time if you're looking to really connect and really engage in any kind of psychic abilities, your intuition. Um, that late night point is when the veil is thinnest between the physical realm and spirit realm. So that's just a little bit of something I'd been thinking about. And for myself personally, I've been working on trying to do some unblocking, and I also wanted to throw out there that I'm going to be starting doing some QHHT sessions. They do have to be done in person, so right now I'm in Florida. There is a chance that I could be traveling some places and going back to Colorado. If there's a demand for people wanting that, definitely hit me up, and I might be able to arrange going to some different places and offering that service to people. And QHHT is all about connecting to your past lives, past alien lives. There's not whatever comes up for you in a session is what is meant to come through for you. And that's the work that I've been getting into a lot, is hypnosis and learning how to activate our subconscious, because there's a higher part of us that is controlling, it's kind of looking out for us. It doesn't exactly control us, but it can do miraculous things. It can heal us during a session. Um, and that's the work I'm getting into right now, and I find it really interesting. So if that is something that interests you and you want to get a session with me, I'm starting to do those sessions. So yeah, and it has to be in person. They are going to run about 4 to 5 hours. They are very long. You're in hypnosis for about 2 hours. And we do talk for a little while just to get all the information and any questions that you may have about, anything in your life that's going on. Physical pain can also be dealt with in these sessions. So they're very powerful, and I just wanted to put that out there. So I'm going to be doing that. So yeah, and then I'm also doing, like regular channelings, a little bit of reading cards, mostly kind of doing more channeling than reading cards, but definitely trying to take on more hypnosis clients now, that I'm getting through most of the first part of my training. So yeah. So yeah, I just, wanted to mention the stuff about, being blocked, and personally I've felt a little bit blocked lately, and I've had to rearrange some things, and this full moon's been making me think about, kind of how to like live a little bit differently, and how I'm not seeing things exactly how I should see them, and how, I'm not actually like listening. Like, our guides and our spirit guides, angels, archangels, they're always sending us messages. I mean, you hear that stuff about it's 11:11, on the clock, or you see certain numbers in a certain order. We get signs all the time, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're paying attention. So it's important to pay attention to that and kind of, not be looking for it all the time. But when you do see those numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 5, 5, or something like that, it's definitely a sign being sent to you. So they just kind of wanted me to relay that to you since I've been kind of working with a few archangels recently. So yeah, and you can call on them anytime, and you can, ask them for help if you need help with something. But the main thing is they just wanted me to relay to people watching this and just let you know that the signs are all around you, and they can't help you unless you ask for help. So asking for help is, a great step, and just asking for that help, because there's a law of intervention in the universe where, interdimensional beings, angels, these types of things are not allowed to interfere with humans unless we ask for their help. So that's one thing, and that's sometimes why, like when we're dreaming, since we're, our bodies are physically in our bed, but, our true selves are really astral traveling all over, doing many things. I got the impression that I was on a mission, and I've been on a mission recently doing very important things in the spirit realm for something else. I'm not sure if it is in like an alternate reality or parallel universe, or where exactly it is I'm going. I'm still trying to tune into that information. So pretty interesting stuff. But yeah. So with that being said, I was thinking about pulling a few cards. I haven't really done that yet on my channel. So yeah, let's just see here. Actually, I'm going to start with a new deck that I just got, Angels of Atlantis. I'm not really very familiar with that, but since I started working with the angels a little bit more, I've kind of just been trying to tune into their energy and kind of figure out, who's the best to work with what. I had gotten a message from Archangel Michael a few weeks ago that he was there to help me, and he's all about protection, and he also does a fair amount of healing. The main energy I get from him is protection, and he's definitely one of the main ones. He's kind of like the head of the archangels, so to speak. So I'm just finding out more and more about that, because I don't really come from a religious type background, so all the angel stuff has kind of been more, I've always believed in them and all of that, but I haven't really delved too deep into it, and I'm starting to dive a little bit more deep into archangels and guardian angels, and we all have guardian angels. We're not alone. Even though it may feel like that sometimes, I know, even though I'm definitely not alone in my household, I definitely feel that aloneness because of lack of connection from people. I feel like after COVID, there's been a lot of distance with people. So yeah. So it's definitely like they are there. You can talk to them. You can call on them. You can ask them for signs. If you don't necessarily get anything, It just could be because you're trying too hard. So maybe just let go of everything that you're trying to do and try to work it some other way, or just, stop whatever it is that you're doing. Sometimes we just keep doing stuff that's not aligned with us, and that can be not good too. So I'm just gonna tune in here and pull one of these angel cards and see what comes up. Okay. So this card is Michael, and the card says, I am present. And I really feel like, this is just what I was talking about, that it is a confirmation for all of us to know that these archangels are real, and they do give us messages, and they are with us all the time. So it is, to me, that's a huge sign that, we can contact them when we need to contact them. And I would say Michael is probably the easiest one to start working with, but many of them do many different things. I believe like Archangel Raphael is about healing. I know that I was recently told by a psychic that I needed to work with Archangel Razel. So I've been doing a little bit more of that, and he is about like esoteric things, he's also a healer. They all are healers. And they're all just here to try to help us. So definitely a confirmation about Archangel Michael, which I was just talking about, that they are with us and they are here to help us. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, so tonight is the full moon. The energy I've been getting is definitely a lot of like, full moons are kind of all about like release to me. A lot of release of the past month. For me, this full moon, the last couple days, I've been releasing a lot of blockages I've had with just everything in my life. I've had a lot of changes in my life personally. I know a lot of people have, and I feel like tonight's a good night to release that. So if you haven't, something's blocking you, I mean, just let that shit go. Try to bring in that Aquarius mindset of a new way of thinking. Maybe if something's not working for you, then just stop doing it, just stop doing whatever you're doing and try to think about things in a new way. So pull a few cards and see what, the collective consciousness needs to know on this full moon. Let's see here. So overall, I mean, what do we need to know tonight for the full moon? Okay. So transformation. So I believe that, life is about transformation. We're all here to go through a transformation. I feel like this applies to my life a lot right now. I've been going through a huge transformation, especially the last 2 years of my life. And, I feel like a lot of us are transforming into different people. Even our cells regenerate every 28 days. I think I read or like was watching some kind of documentary about that. And yeah, I mean, we're not the same people we were even, I mean, we change all the time. So definitely major transformation. This full moon's also opening us up to transformation. So put that down here. Okay, so like what else as a collective consciousness and for this full moon, what would help us to know right now? What would help us to know right now? Okay. So moment to moment, what comes to mind is that to live in the moment a little bit more. I feel like sometimes I have a hard time with this, just like being in the present moment, enjoying the day-to-day things, like not dwelling on the past, not dwelling on the future, just being in the present moment and just like enjoying whatever it is that you're doing, like right here, right now. I know that for me, like I'm a bit of a planner and I really like to know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not very good at being present sometimes. So, and I know that a lot of people struggle with that too. So I think it's just a good reminder to, live in that present moment, enjoy that time. Getting like, get out into nature, enjoy that time in nature, like enjoy that cup of tea, enjoy just like reading a book or doing like really simple things. I think self-care kind of comes to mind of just like, you know, making that tea, running a bath, just doing something to like take care of ourselves and just like enjoy that present moment, possibly with our, furry friend, a friend, a human friend, um, a partner, lover, family member, just actually, enjoying the moments we have. So just being there in the present moment. Shuffle this deck a little bit more. This is the Osho Zen deck. I had one for a while, but it got damaged, so I bought a new one. And I kind of like this deck because for me, I'm just not really into traditional tarot cards too much. I don't really like the feel of them and the messages they bring sometimes. So I definitely prefer like an oracle deck or something of that nature. So, I guess I want to ask, what else do we need to know this full moon? What else? What can help us? What can help us right now? Okay. Forgiveness. So, I like this card. I like what this means. And I feel like, go for whatever it is that is, the fruit is ripe for the picking, is what came to my mind. And, go for that. If it feels right, if things are aligned, if, things are coming together, this is the right time to go for it. I feel like for a lot of us, things have been coming together and making sense, even though, there has been some blockages. But yeah, if things are coming to fruition, things that we worked on, while full moons are a good time to release, and they're also a culmination of everything that we set our attentions on the new moon. So it's a release, but it's also a good time to manifest tonight of things that we do want for the next cycle. So, yeah, so ripeness is the card. So that fruit's ready to pick it. And I'm just going to ask, because I know I've been kind of blocked and I know other friends have been blocked that I've talked to, and just want to see And this card just kind of fell out, so I'm going to go with this one. So, and I think this is a good idea too. Sometimes when we're blocked, the best thing to do is like delve into our creativity, and just activate that part of the brain, the imagination. The imagination is also like the subconscious, because really, and this is a part of hypnosis too, and a lot of people don't know this, but when we're using our brain power, 95% of that we're using is subconscious. So only 5% of it is conscious. So we store everything in our subconscious. So that's why they say, like with hypnosis, you can do some reprogramming of your brain. So, creativity accesses that subconscious and that imagination. Just zoom in here so you can see the card a little bit better. So, yeah, I mean, whether that's, writing, drawing, making music, which is something that I do, painting, whatever that creativity is for you, it's a good way to just unblock yourself. And I think, we could all use that unblocking. So if you're feeling blocked, do something creative. For sure. And access that imagination, that right side of the brain. Get rid of the left side of the brain, the analytical part, that's always kind of blocking us from really pursuing things. So yeah, and just, I don't know, one more card to wrap it up here. What else do we all need to know on this Aquarius full moon? One thing I want to mention while I'm shuffling these is that if you're like a Leo or an Aquarius, or you have either of those two as a rising sign, or you have a lot of that in your astrological chart, definitely be aware that this is definitely going to affect you a little bit more. And this is going to be it's kind of another intense full moon. It's not as intense as the last one. It's also a super full moon, so it's very close to the earth. It's going to be very bright tonight, and they're saying that it should have like a yellowish kind of color to it. So yellow kind of relates to the solar plexus and that chakra. So possibly taking some energy from that. Just one more card here. What else do we need to know? Okay. So receptivity. So I think it's, basically telling us all that, be receptive to the messages that you're receiving. If you see a sign, if you're questioning, don't question it, be receptive to it. Maybe do a little bit of Google research. Why did I see 333, or whatever it was that you saw, or if you saw a certain animal across the road you hadn't seen. I saw a peacock like a month ago, and that was kind of weird because I mean, I don't see peacocks just walking on the side of the road ever. So definitely like look up that kind of stuff. I mean, if a feather falls on the ground, that's definitely another one that I feel like something's trying to tell you something. Feathers are definitely a sign of things. So just be receptive to that, be open to that. Definitely if you're, I feel like there's always dark energies, and there's always, that vulnerability to psychic attacks. And I want to mention some stuff about some crystals. I do like make some like different like malas and stuff. So you can always hit me up if you're looking for something specific. And I can like custom design something based off of like what you're needing. But yeah, I feel like if you are going into situations that, could be uncomfortable, I know that school's coming back into session, so things tend to kind of take a different energy right now. Kids are going back to school. Parents kind of have some pressure with that, maybe some relief from not having your kids in your house, which, depending on what kind of parent you are, how you feel about that. But definitely like working with some black tourmaline is a really, really good one. Really like any kind of black stones, obsidian. I'm trying to think of what else off the top of my head, but I don't know why black tourmaline's just kind of screaming at me. I have like a big giant piece right here. And when I was dealing with like a lot of ghosts and stuff in my house in Denver, I set up a lot of black tourmaline to make a grid to kind of clear out that energy. So yeah, definitely a lot of black stones. Anything black can help you with that, with like repelling negative energies. And also like selenite's a good one for purifying things, also for like, communicating with angels, guides, that kind of thing. So selenite's a good one to work with. Yeah. So let's see. I just have this like orange one that I had made recently. This is kind of just like an orange jasper. And like I said, I make these. And part of that is I want to feel some more creativity. So I've been trying to get some more orange around me and in my life. But yeah, so if you want a reading from me, I'm definitely available for that. I do like channeling. I get a lot of messages just coming through. So you can definitely book a session on Zoom. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Send this video to your friends. I have some other videos up. If you are interested in QHHT, definitely hit me up. It does have to be done in person, and I am in Florida, but like I said, there is a chance that I could be doing some traveling and going some places, so I'm definitely interested in taking on some clients and helping some people with that. And if you don't know much about QHHT, it's really amazing work developed by Dolores Cannon. I highly recommend that you check that out. It can heal various illnesses, diseases, and yeah, it's just really, really interesting. Way more interesting than regular hypnosis. I'm not saying that regular hypnosis doesn't work, but it's a little bit deeper than that. So if you're looking to really get to the bottom of things, if something's really happening in your life you need help with, this is definitely the way to go. And like I said, I'm open for readings. If you just need a remote session, we can definitely do that. And we can do a little bit of hypnosis online too. But yeah, so I hope that helped you. I hope you found the Osho's and full moon reading helpful for everybody. I feel like people can take bits and pieces and relate that to their own life. So yeah, hit me up if you want a reading. I'll leave the information below. Have an awesome full moon. Charge your crystals. Maybe if you're feeling a little hesitant, stay home. Don't do anything too crazy tonight and just take it all in. Remember to be receptive and just, let that shit go. So have a great night, and I will be back on here soon. Hit me up if you would like a reading or a session. Have a good one. Bye.